Hey, what's going on, y'all? Sam the Slam here. Welcome back to a brand new Slammed movie review. After a couple of crappy horror films started this failed of a marathon, I'm glad I wasn't going to post like, oh, the marathon, because I knew I was going to be procrastinating. And plus, I'm probably going to be watching a few comedies this month as well, and dramas. But mostly I've been looking into the horror films. And I watched Host, I watched Jerusalem, and I watched Wrong Turn, Last Resort. And now I've decided, you know what? It's time to finally get done with. To get back with my work with the Nightmare on Elm Street series. And we're here for 1987's Nightmare on Elm Street 3 Dream Warriors. Now, I think I maybe reviewed this before on my Simpler Review playlist, on my playlist here. My first incarnation of movie reviews before the Slam got involved. Because I wanted something with my nickname on it. So, but Dream Warriors. Because there's some. I like to talk about the films. Now I'm not the best reviewer. Don't care. I love to talk about them though. And I'm basically when I review my films, I talk about the movie. I'm the watcher. I don't really care for like the writing and yada yada. I'm seeing what I'm going to see, and I give you my thoughts and take on it. I'm not the best reviewer in the world. If you want to see some full depth reviews, go to Rambo Rap for Life, or OCP Communications, or The Choice Voice. And there's more out there. I'm just here to talk about the movie and talk about what I liked about it, or what I didn't like about it. Um, I'm gonna start adding some stuff. Like this was theatrically released in February 27, 1987. It grossed out 44.8 million domestically on a budget over 4 million. It's received mostly positive reviews from critics. This film was preceded by Nightmare on Elm Street 2, Freddy's Revenge, which I thought was bullshit, followed by the sequel, which will be the next film, The Dream Master. The thing is, though, I've never seen The Dream Master, so it's gonna be cool. But now to this film here. This right here, if I can, it's gonna go back and forth. This right here, of all the Elm Streets so far, looking back and started watching them over again, I enjoy this flick. Right now, from watching the first one, the second one, the third one, this one's my favorite one. I loved how I loved how the kids in this film, and you have Heather Langenkamp as Nancy Thomas back in this film as well. I love the acting. I love the kids. I felt the kids' pain in this because they got these kids in this psychiatrical hospital with these fucking doctors, especially Doctor Sim's character, who's played by Priscilla Pointer. Like these doctors just don't give a fuck. They're like, oh, you guys are just like when they had these kids in the therapy session, like, oh my god, why you keep blowing smoke up our ass? Like, why the fuck you even have a fucking job there, Dr. Sims, you dumb bitch. Dr. Neil Gordon, who's played by Craig Wasson, why did I feel about his character? He's the doctor. He's the main, the good, like, he's the skeptic doctor. He's not full, he's more a Gnostic doctor because he does believe in Nancy, but then again, it's like he's a Gnostic because his Dr. Sims is such a dumb bitch. She's like the fucking like mayor of Jaws. Oh, we're gonna keep the beaches open still. Yada yada, just like the fucking COVID-19 shit. But the thing is, though, just let's just go on and about. But the thing is about Craig Wilson, Dr. Neil Gordon's character. Why did I feel like I had some like Bill Maher vibes? Bill Maher, the political comedian, Real Time with Bill Maher, politically incorrect. I got such a fucking Bill Maher vibe with Craig Wasson's character as Dr. Neil Gordon. Just had these vibes. Just seems like these Bill. Man, what if Bill Maher was in this flick? You know. And so, but yeah, but basically, this story is basically about the Dream Warriors. You know, you get. It's been since It's a year after the events of 1987, and Kristen Parker, is basically, I mean, she's basically the main chick, but there's more. You got the kid, you got the other psychiatric. Well, you got all the other teenagers too, but Kristen Parker is played by Patricia Arquette. Outstanding. She did some good acting here. Um, very damn good. And she supposedly she dreams of Freddy, and she did like a Elm Street like birdhouse kind of ordeal or craft, and she wakes up and Freddy's fucking with her, and then her mom's such a bitch, by the way. Who plays her fucking bitch mom? Who plays her fucking bitch mother? Because Brooke Bundy. She plays her mother. It's just a little side credit. She plays this fucking whore who's just selfish about herself. Oh, why are you wake? Keep me up awake. I don't want to keep them waiting. It's like, okay, what the fuck ever. Such a bitch. But she gets admitted because her mom found her. She was being dreamt like she was getting wrist cutted, like Freddy was wrist cutting her ass. So they get back to Nancy's now the intern therapist. She's back, and then you have all these other kids here, which we'll talk about. Let's talk about like Kristen Parker. She's the character, like I said, and she has the abilities to bring people in her dreams to help fight Freddy Krueger himself. You have oh God, is this who I think it is? Rowan Kincaid, I think. Okay. Yeah, Ken Sagos played Rowan Kincaid. Tough brother motherfucker. This guy was hilarious. Let's kick his dreamer's ass. He was hilarious. I mean, his dreams. I mean, because they had these powers or whatever. In the dream, he has super strength, but really, you don't. He's just very defensive. Probably what I would be like in church, be like in group. But you don't really see. I mean, he's there for comic value and fucking. Well, this is just my take on it, but he don't do as much. I mean, he's there. I mean, the thing is too, he does survive in this film. Well, until the next one, he survives for a cup of coffee. Because I remember watching Never Sleep Again, the Friday or the Nightmare on Elm Street documentary series, which it's on YouTube. But I would still like to have a Blu-ray copy, either a DVD or a Blu-ray copy of that documentary, because that documentary is awesome. I can watch it over and over and over. But he plays that character. You got Ronnie Eastman as Joey. Now Joey's the mute, I believe. Yeah. That Joey Crisell, who Ronnie Eastman plays him. He's the mute, and he's also the horny boy. He's the horny mute boy, and he's attracted to the nurse. So that's his main thing. His main nightmares is that he's saturated with lust and sex. But he survives in this film too. But his power is he can speak in his dreams. He can finally talk. He's a mute in the real world. But he finally get to know his voice, what's his power. Jennifer Rubin plays Taryn White. Now Taryn White, she's fucking hot in this film. Her portrayal is that she's a former meth addict or former heroin addict and yada yada. And how the fuck did she die? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like I forgot. Oh no, I'm trying to figure out. No, Taryn White. Okay, here we go. Now see, here's the thing though. I did not see it. I didn't see that shit. But she has a history of drug abuse and is sexual harassed by the male orderlies and shit. They try to use her so they can get some pussy, and they try to get drugs in her shit. Well, her dream is she's a bad and she's beautiful and she's even good. She's beautiful without the makeup, and then she gets her dream and she gets this little punk rock look and yummy yummy. Um, but she meets up with Freddy in the dream, and then he transforms his fucking claws into fucking syringes and gives her a fucking drug overdose. So yeah, a cool little cameo thing is that one of the security slash workers for the sanitarium or whatever the fuck, Larry Fishburne. Larry Fishburne, he survives though. I don't think he doesn't even die. Yeah. And then you have Philip Anderson, which I think is the fucking bitch. Damn it. I think he's the Dream Master. Hold on. Oh, I'm in the wrong one. Oh, okay. Philip Anderson, played by Buddy Gregg. He. See, the thing is, though, so basically, you don't know, you don't get much details with him, but supposedly he's the leader. Supposedly. So okay, so then we're so the see I didn't really pay attention, but he's not in this film for that long, but he was looked as a leader before Kristen came along, and then he gets this syringe kind of like puppets he makes, and then it made a cool ass animation of Freddy, and having him as a fucking like silhouette puppet, and then and everybody sees him, they try to save him, they yell and stuff, but he falls to his fucking death, suicide. It's fucking ridiculous. And then you have one of my favorite characters is Will Staton. He is he paralyzed from a suicide attempt to escape his nightmares. He's a quadriplegic, and he is a fan of the Dungeon Dragons game. And I loved his dream fighting with Freddy, even though he failed. But it's just I am the Wizard Master. Oh, he can take out a fucking wheelchair, but he can't take out Freddy because Freddy says I don't believe in fairy tales. Kills him. So I think that's all of them, I believe. Oh yeah, and then oh yeah, Penelope Cedro, played by Jennifer Colofield. She is probably the best kill and the most notable kill because it's with Robert Englund's improv dialogue. Welcome to prime time, bitch. So I mean, yeah, I mean, the thing is about this, I can talk about this film because I mean, it's easy. I can just talk about. I mean, there's spoilers here. I mean, yada yada yada. I mean, and then like I said, you bring Nancy Thompson back in this fold. And it was great seeing her. She did a fabulous job, and she fucking dies in this film. But she comes back in the new Nightmare. It's a different subplot. Gets out of this shit. But it was really sad seeing her die. Her dad's in this. Who plays the legendary, who's John Saxton as Donald Thompson, as a security guard. He's a drunk in this son of a bitch, and he lost his wife and his kid, and don't even talk much anymore. But he did help out because, which I'll tell you here in a minute. But the thing is, they're just trying to they're these dream warriors. They get killed off one by one. I love the scenes, with with Joey with the fucking nurse, but then it turns into Freddy. Like, good God, you made up with Freddy Krueger, you nasty fuck. You just love the characters. The characters are very great. I mean, and then the Doctor, like with the Bill Maher vibes and stuff, and then but the Doctor Sims and that fucking Doctor, who is he, Lorenzo or I don't know, Doctor Carver, didn't care, and he's only here for a cup of coffee. It's like it makes the doctors look like such a fucking assholes, like they're just there for a fucking paycheck, and they think everybody's fucking crazy. They can't believe anybody's fucking stories. Now the Doctor Neil Gordon, he spots this old nun, this old sister, Mary Helena, and she keeps on talking about, hey, you need to bury this guy's bones alive. He's talking about Freddy Krueger, and so it hits where he finds John Saxon's character, Nancy's dad, and then he takes him. He wants to know where their bones are because he wants to put holy water and let it fucking be burned and be be in hell or whatever, be an eternal piece of hell. So he grabs him and they go in this junkyard, and that's where they supposedly let fucking him rot. They put all of his bones away, and then it's funny because Freddy goes in the dream world, and then he figures out in the real world he comes back as a skeleton in the real world, kills fucking damn Donald, and then he thinks he's gonna kill Gordon, but he doesn't. But then it's when Nancy kills, and then Nancy gets killed because he fucking after Donald died, he he dressed or Freddy shape shift himself to her dad, killed him or killed her, and then she ends up distracting him, and then fucking Neil Gordon ends up fucking taking the back. I mean, like ashes, dust to dust. But then you realize that Amanda Krueger was his mother. So you find out that that was Amanda Krueger who was Mary Helena because you found out at the very end of the film. So that's basically the film. You know, it's just about these kids, these teenagers in these psychiatric hospitals. It's not just one person like Nancy. Well, I mean, then again, well, I'm saying like all together, like in the dream world, they're all together and they're fighting off Freddy. But then again, it's one by one because Freddy's a pussy and it's a horror film. So yeah, one by one they go. But outstanding, this film is amazing. I love this film. Actually, let's look at the people's reviews and see what they said about this review. And also, you gotta talk about the let's see the song Dream Warriors from the metal band Dokken. Awesome. Let's see the critical reception. The film has a approval rating of 74% Rotten Tomatoes based on 35 reviews. The average rating is 6 out of 10. The consensus reads, A Nightmare on Elm Street 3 Dream Warriors offers an imaginatory and surprisingly satisfying rebound for a franchise already starting to succumb to sequels. Variety wrote that Russell's poor direction makes the film's unintended humor difficult to differentiate. Roger Ebert rated it as 1.5 full stars. He liked the production values, but said it never generated any sympathy for its characters. He liked the production values, but said it never generated sympathy for its characters. I have to disagree with him on that. Jane Maslin of the New York Times, the film's dream sequences are ingenuous. They feature some remarkable nightmares, images, and special effects. Although he criticizes Langenkamp's acting, well, you know what? I don't really care. I mean, I did feel sympathy. I mean, the thing is, I do feel. I don't know what he means by that, but to me is, I do. Um, let's see, I do feel sympathy for these kids because no one believes them, and it's like me in my situations and with depression and stuff. No one gets it. People think I'm just fucking lazy. People think I'm just playing a fucking story. It hurts. Mental illness sucks, and I felt for these people. And that fucking Dr. Sims is like, man, why can't Freddy kill her bitch ass? Why can't she kill him? But I don't know. But the thing is, though, that is it. I do recommend this film absolutely. It is my outstanding. Of all of the films, I put this number one. The second would be the original, the first one, and the third right now is two. Freddy's Revenge. I still put Freddy's Revenge as the worst film so far. Now the thing is, after watching it, I still got the Dream Child. I still got the Dream Master. I still got Freddy's Dead and the New Nightmare. I don't know if I'll be doing Friday vs. Jason because I did that film already in my Simple Review playlist. If you want to check that out, check out the Simple Reviews on my playlist. But I keep on talking yada yada yada. I do recommend this film, and this is definitely a rewatchable flick. Peace.